Hello everybody, we are live. Welcome. It's Rosanna here, otherwise known as Rosie Glow, and welcome to our new moon in Sagittarius Co-Creation Meditation. I actually have some funny tales to share with you. I'm actually locked into this house at the moment. My keys are at my other house and I'm locked in and I can't go get my makeup from the car. So this is really about being seen in full glory as we are entering into the darkest days. So we're really coming towards the winter solstice in the UK anyway. And I talk a lot in my yoga classes about illuminating from within in these times. And when we illuminate from within, everything gets illuminated. And within my own life, there is the clearing of blockages to being seen, like really fully being seen, publicly, personally, by my own self, intimately within myself. You know, this is the journey that we're on as we grow into unity consciousness. Separation consciousness is really about trying to hide things. And this is why in some of the bits I've written around this new moon, I have talked about clearing the deception, the self-deception, the way we seek to deceive others as a way of preventing them from actually seeing into us, because we really feel deep down, sorry for the swearing, that we're shit, we're worthless, that actually we're frauds, that we're no good at what we do, that if people really see how little we think of ourselves and we feel about ourselves, then and this is beyond the stories you tell yourself, then they're just going to lose interest. They're going to walk away. They're going to put their money somewhere else. They're not going to stay with you, whatever your story is. So we have a wonderful opportunity with this new moon to actually work with our self-worth and to clear the boundaries towards really owning our worth. And this is the thing, is it doesn't matter what you know you're not good at. Everybody is good at something. Like everybody is good at something. And if you can just accept that some things you're good at and some things you're not, and keep trying to prove that you're good at things that you're not good at, it really, really helps. And when I say not good at, we all have talents, right? So, you know, with all the best will in the world, I'm not a football player. I'm also not a techie guru. Like, I could try and learn, but it's just not my forte. But what I am really good at is doing my coaching work and doing my yoga, my meditations, and tuning in intuitively to people, and you know, learning to hold energy and to keep energy clear. So we discover on our journey what we enjoy, what we don't enjoy, and where suffering really starts to occur is when we force ourselves to do things we feel we should do, often to keep other people happy or to uphold an image we have of ourselves that we would like others to uphold, and also for fear of not being liked. So coming up with something that maybe will mean that we meet with some disapproval, or that actually we then have to make a shift, that because what's going on or what we've sort of involved in our lives right now isn't fully working for us. So whether that's a work situation, whether that's a relationship, whether that's a dynamic in the house, we have to be willing to embrace change. So welcome everybody who is here so far. Just checking that you have your cacao. I've been drinking mine, and your crystals. I've really been feeling, I mean, at the moment, I am wearing grey or platinum and pink, soft pink, and this room is platinum, and really feeling this frequency of the platinum ray or the platinum flame, which is very cleansing, it's very purifying, and it's also the divine feminine flame. So it connects us to the universal chakra. It's beyond the universal chakra. It's the ultimate cosmic womb chakra, and it allows us to get the nurturing and the support that we need to really be able to access the self-worth that is there. And interestingly, a lot of what I've been feeling over the last couple of weeks, so we had a full moon, we're now in a new moon, but certainly what's been coming up has been the solar plexus, which is where our self-esteem, our self-worth, our need to control things in order to feel safe really is housed. And it's also our inner solar battery. So if you think about solar power, the solar plexus is where we gather the energy of the sun when it's sunny and when it's bright and it's light. And we gather it and we store it inside of ourselves. Hello, Cherie. I have the lemongrass. I was going to talk about it. I've got it with me. It's here somewhere. I put it in my cacao. Thanks, Cherie. Cherie's like psychic mystic Meg, amazing. So yeah, solar plexus. This area is where we move out of being a normal human to evolving the bridge between the solar plexus and the heart and being a divine human. So we store all this energy, the sun energy, through the summer, and then in the winter we can emit it. And if you plug in, if you do the connecting, which is why if you haven't checked my multidimensional yoga videos yet, my Rosy Glow multidimensional yoga videos, please do, because I talk about divine architecture, and I talk about the fact that when you connect up your divine architecture, you can anchor that light into your earth chakra, feed the planet, pull it back up and activate the ascending earth paradigm through the womb and the heart of Gaia. So I've been connecting a lot with that aspect recently, and it's like a cave. For me, I'm seeing it as a cave of clear crystal light. Okay. Hello, Danny. Welcome. Excellent. And then moving that back up again through your earth chakra and all the way up your body and out again. So check out toroidal flows if you haven't done already, and do check out my multidimensional yoga videos, because they're there to help you to channel this light so that whatever light you have within you, you can keep emitting through the winter. You can light up the way to make the transition from being a sort of, I say a normal human, a programmed human to an unprogrammed human. And that means moving out of the conditioning you inherited, moving into the heart space, the Christ consciousness. That's what all these meditations are about. And also it's what all my coaching work is about. So being able to clear the erroneous beliefs and the conditioning that you received, so the beliefs, the emotions, the thought forms that keep you stuck in a place of suffering and in a place where you feel less than, and somehow that things can't ever be different. We have to believe things can be different to start to entertain the possibility that things can change. And this is where we have breakthroughs with absolutely everybody when I'm working either with a group coaching group or a one-to-one client, because that entertainment of the possibility, the belief that things can be different is very important. And the other thing I really want to say before I get started with the meditation is, are you addicted to pain? Like, is that your thing? Some of us love learning through pain. That's the struggle paradigm. That's what we've been doing for 24,000 years. Aren't you bored of it yet? How about learning through love, through thriving, through joy? That's the opportunity, that's the invitation, that's what me and so many other light workers are here to do. And, you know, part of my work is bringing star seeds to this planet. So raising the frequency of the parents to be that want to have babies so that they can receive the highly evolved souls that are coming to this planet. And I firmly believe everybody who works with me is an awakening star seed. So remembering you are more than your human self. You are a divine human, so you're learning to embody your soul light into your physical body and to live consciously, to take ownership of your co-creations, whether they're conscious or unconscious co-creations, and to realize we are constantly projecting energy into the world that interacts with the environment, interacts with everyone else's projections, and then brings us certain outcomes and results where we're either battling against someone or we're in harmony and we're flowing. So the more you clear your density, the more that you can get clear about what you want and what you truly desire and what's not based on conditioning. And then the more you can kind of shift your vibration so there's no resistance to being in a space where you are emitting a vibration. It's like radiating the frequency that you actually want to attract, instead of radiating a subconscious frequency, which is, I'm no good, I'm not worth anything, I'm not enough, I'm lacking. And that's just what gets brought back to you, okay? Or it's not safe for me to be seen. This is what I've been working through, is really stepping into my power. I've had so many amazing shifts in the last few months and the last few years, but actually going, right, are you ready to keep standing forward and to be seen in your naked glory, almost naked, face naked glory, and show up so that people can really learn through your own experiences and through what you do with other people? And the answer is yes. So full moon that we had last time. If you don't know about the full moon meditations, these go much more deeply into this deep inner work. So they're paid for meditations. Through my new moon meditations, I get an invitation to connect with the public and for you to get a sense of how I work and whether you're attracted to that. So this is setting the scene, setting the intention for the deeper work with the full moon. And the full moon was like, the one that just passed was the clearing of the old contract, the clearing of the old story, the clearing of whatever you've been working towards to this point, to then be able to say, okay, what do I want to attract now? What do I want my life to be about now? And, you know, one of the stories that's true for me is I've wanted to be in sacred union partnership with a beloved, or with a male counterpart for a long, long time, to be able to work together, to be able to be seen, to represent the divine masculine, the divine feminine. But I was always looking for it in the wrong places. And what I was attracted to was my wounded masculine. So my wounded feminine was attracted to the wounded masculine. And I needed to do the deep inner work that made me understand in all levels that I was worthy of being matched on a much higher level. So instead of the wounds of the ego, I was worthy of being matched in the heart. And I literally had to say, enough is enough. I'm not doing this anymore. This is not a vibrational match for what I want. And although it was so important to me to keep this connection and to want to try and make this previous relationship work no matter what, I had to let it go. And it was incredibly painful. But I had to accept that as I didn't want to learn through pain anymore, and I wanted to learn through love, then I needed someone who was a vibrational match to that and to open up to that. And that's what I did. And this has been my journey over the last 4 months, is really embracing that and everything that's been left in its wake. So before I get into the meditation, welcome everybody who's here. Let's just see what everyone's saying. Hey, Hannah, lovely to meet you. Hello, Danny. Here with your soul sister, Poggy. Is that an animal of some description, or is that a friend of yours, Danny? No offense if it's not an animal. Hello, Poggy or Podgy. Not sure if I got that right. Lovely hearts. And yes, the lemongrass. So Cherie, if you can actually tell me what the lemongrass is good for. I actually put the lemongrass on my solar plexus and in my cacao. And the beauty of doTERRA oils, my friends, is that you can eat them, you can drink them. So I've got lemon oil in my lemon water, so it doesn't take the enamel away from my teeth, and I've got the lemongrass in there. And obviously cacao and oils you can source through me. So if you want to get in touch, I can send you the links to get connected and get you some cacao in time for Christmas. But I'm going to read you one little thing before we get into the meditation, because I did ask you, I posted yesterday, my evening session was all about, thank you. Cherie says it's about anxiety. So lemongrass is good for clearing anxiety. And when we don't feel like we're enough, or we're good enough, or we need to have a difficult conversation and we're worried about causing conflict, then that can cause a lot of anxiety. So lemongrass is brilliant for that, and it smells absolutely delicious as well. Back to what I was saying about how we deceive ourselves. So I asked you to consider what's been coming up for you. So one of the things I've been seeing is the conflict with women in my life, actually, whether they're the same, whether they're peers or they're younger than me. It's been about recognizing that there's been a sense of, if I'm not feeling fully in my power and I'm not fully owning my power and my strengths, then I'm going to feel the need to compare myself to others, and I'm going to feel the need to prove myself to others. And though I didn't know I was putting that out, I was getting what seemed like a lot of people that are close to me coming to me, feeling the need to kind of set themselves up level with me, or set themselves up to prove that they are on a level as good as, better than even. And it's like, okay, this is interesting. Don't we all have our own unique way of being in this world? Don't we all have our own unique talents? Can we not all be open to sort of going, wow, that's amazing, I love the way you do that, and wow, that's amazing, I love the way you do that. But if we're coming from a place of lack, we think, oh, they're amazing and I'm not as amazing as they are, oh, I must do better, or I must somehow bring them down in order to elevate myself. And this is the thing, is that experience comes with age. It's one of the beauties of how we move into being from maiden, mother, crone. It also comes from going through a lot of stuff in life and learning the lessons. So it is important that we each own where we stand. It is important that we each own where we've come to in our lives and what has brought us there, and having deep compassion for our own journey. And also to remember that others will have their perspective wherever they are on their journey, and sometimes it's not going to be the same as yours, and that's okay. But we have to stay very, very true to ourselves. So There's a morning prayer that goes out every day. I believe today's prayer is being posted. It goes on Instagram first, then on the Rosy Glow Facebook page. So this is the frequency of the day. We write it fresh every day. I tune in, and if I haven't got anything, Cherie's the next one that pulls in the divine flow. So yesterday I couldn't create one. There was nothing. And thankfully Cherie stepped in. But most of the time, my higher self is coming through to me. And you have to listen. You can't force yourself to do things all the time because of the expectation. There are times where we just have to go, I can't. This is not in alignment. I need to ground and center and align. And that's when things start to flow again. Okay, so Cherie's put overall tonic and purification. Thank you. Hey, Mr. Buzz, welcome. Right, so quick thing that I wanted to read to you because I think this really sets the scene, and then we're going to get on with the meditation. So let's just call in the Cacao Diva before I do this. So if you want to bring one hand to your heart, bring your cacao up, and if you're not drinking cacao, bring both your hands to your heart. Let's just take a moment to command an accitonal alignment in all dimensions of our being with our higher selves from our divine design timeline. Don't worry if you don't know what that means, your soul does. And then imagine the sphere of compassion that is always surrounding you, becoming awakened. And also from your heart, the divine spark that expands into a rod of light, which I call your inner lightsaber. And this goes up towards the sun and down towards your earth chakra. And as your heart expands and flows, the light is emanating from your heart down into your earth chakra, around the planet, back up through the heart and the womb of Gaia, ascending earth paradigm Gaia. So this is the crystalline womb, the crystalline cave. And then pulling the energy up, and up through your earth chakra, up through your body and out through the crown of your head, all the way up to the sun, through to the galactic sun, the central sun, all the way up the center of the multiverse, whatever that is and wherever it is. Let the light cascade around you. So we invite the Cacao Diva into this meditation. We invite the Cacao Diva into this new moon phase. We invite the Cacao Diva into our hearts to bring balance and harmony, to reveal to us where we are out of alignment with ourselves, where we are deceiving ourselves from a truth that is preventing us from shining brightly, preventing us from being all that we can be. And the more we dig our heels in, the more stubborn we become, the more fear is running the show. So really allow yourself to let go. Let yourself be seen by you. We invite the Cacao Diva to help us to do that, so we can see ourselves in truth in all our glory and align with how we are here to best serve humanity, to best serve the ascension of this planet and all the souls on it. Get out of our own way. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You can open your eyes, come back. Okay, so something very quick I'm going to read you just to set the scene. I love this, I only found it today, but I will put the link in the video afterwards. The last lunar cycle began a new phase in our evolution, called to actively transmute our destiny and consciously manifest a better future than the one we inherited from the generations before us. We have finally reconciled old beliefs, boundaries, and ways of being, and begun down a new and more balanced path. Uncomfortably, this has compelled us to begin and embrace the next chapter in our story, before we even know what it is. Yet. However uncomfortable this may feel, we have begun learning to trust our ability to ride the wave of inspiration and intuition and into the unknown, and to consciously create new and better ways of being as we go. Now, as the new moon in Sagittarius begins a new lunar cycle, we are given a beautiful opportunity to tune into the voice of our heart and nurture the desires emanating from deep within us. The message of this new moon is clear. This is a time to nourish our hearts with tenacious devotion and witness the beauty of its manifestation. Oh, don't you love that? This is a time to nourish our hearts with tenacious devotion and witness the beauty of its manifestation. So the astrological outlook, without going too far into it, is to support a process of more deeply embodying our most authentic desires. That's the evolution intention of the planetary alignments that are going on at the moment, to support a process of more deeply embodying our most authentic desires. So the question is, and this is what you're going to illuminate from now until the full moon, what are your most authentic desires? There must be many things you want to do, but what are the most authentic desires you have? What are the things that get you most excited? And, you know, in that sense, as you master, as you step into that, the ability to share with others. The energy at the heart of this alignment will show us that in order to make sense of our current evolutionary path, the connection to our inner vision is essential. So I'm going to leave that there because there's some more reading that you can actually do. Think here, the new moon is planting a new seed. Right now, we are being invited to follow our highest call and live our own personal adventure. Trust in your unique vision. By aligning yourself with your dreams, you will know the right choices will be made. Oh, yes, by aligning yourself with your dreams, you will know the right choices will be made. So this is exactly what I was talking about before, in terms of the fact that we have to, this is where the Buddhist principle comes in, where we need to separate ourselves from attachment to outcome. So who are we going to do it with? Who's going to be the partner? Exactly how much money, or where exactly the house is going to be of your dreams, or the place that you're going to settle, but to actually get into the feeling frequency, the feeling vibration of what it feels like to have what you want, and then to notice what is repelled and what is brought to you, okay? Because what is not in alignment will be repelled, and what is in alignment will be brought to you. Where we come unstuck is where we end up feeling responsible for other people's happiness. And this ties into that self-worth thing again. So whether it's we feel responsible for their happiness, their income, their sense of security, whatever it is, their life even. I know lots of people who have been involved in abusive enough relationships that they have felt a responsibility towards the other person's life, to the point that the other person would threaten to kill themselves if they didn't stay with that person. And this happens to so many people, that we need to separate ourselves out from the idea that we are responsible for the happiness of others. We do need to be in integrity and accountability. And this is where this transparency really comes in. So looking at what is coming towards you, looking at what is being reflected, like if you're finding antagonism externally, then this is where you really look within and go, okay, where am I not owning my power, my worth, my truth? What's happening here that is being tested externally? And intuition as well, my intuition, my inner guidance. Like when someone is really challenging you externally, it's because they're trying to get you to a point where you know what you know and you stick with it, or you back away. So whenever there's a conflict of interest, or there's a conflict in opinion, the person who has the most belief in themselves, the person that has the most sort of understanding of the situation, is the one that is going to be able to transmute the other person's perspective on some level. And sometimes you just can't. You need to separate. You need to create some distance for perspective. And there's value in everything. So it's our egos that get in the way and go, well, it's not about that. We're all evolving into our hearts, from the solar plexus to the heart. Remember, the ego is just a program construct, okay? It's a part of you that wants to keep things as you know them, no matter what. And that part of you is just programming. It's outdated programming. When you move into your heart, you are constantly plugged in to the latest upgrades, the latest frequencies, the source of all that is. And it allows us to adapt, to change. We just need to stay in our truth. And that is the thing, is as much as it can be lovely to seek to make other people happy, we do them the greatest service to actually really align with what makes us happy and see if they vibrate with that. And that's where you kind of get into a place where you're coming into union in a very healthy way. Okay, I am going to get on with the meditation now. So what I would invite you to do is to grab your crystals. This will be about 20 minutes or so. Let's see what's coming out today. So I'm just blown away by celestite at the moment. This is like my absolutely favorite crystal. And I've got some citrine, and there's a few others here, but this peacock ore is like a very 5D crystal that's really helping with the ascension. So just see what you're attracted to and know it's the right thing. I'm going to play with the So let's start in the citrine today. So the citrine's for the solar plexus as well. Let's take a moment to allow yourself to settle, to welcome the new energies, because there's been some pretty intense energies the last week particularly. And allow your eyes to close. And allow yourself to receive your breath. So taking a moment to consider our breath as source, the source of all that is. And feeling that the divine, the beloved, is being breathed into you. And as you breathe it into you, it is you. Sending it down your body and up your body at the same time. Feeling yourself both embodying and surrounded by the divine, by the source of all that is, by the God that is the creator of all things, however you conceive this to be, the frequency, the vibration of ultimate creation. And we're going to activate our I am presence before we cleanse the crystals. So remembering your core line activation, your lightsaber, the sphere around you, and then your either six-pointed star or diamond shape light body, the outline of your physical. So please repeating after me, I am the one self I am. I am all that is. I am that I am. I am unity consciousness. I am source consciousness. I am the source of my creations and the creator of my reality. I am a multi-dimensional being of love and light. I am sovereign. I am creator. I am free. I am aligning with Earth's ascension timeline. I am surrendering my ego will to my superconscious will. Feels like we can all accept that a bit better. So surrendering the ego to your superconscious will, your divine self, your higher self. I am aligning with Earth's ascension timeline. I am embodying my super consciousness through my higher self. I am choosing to co-create with grace and ease. I am choosing to co-create my personal paradise. I am that I am. Let all of these truths percolate within you. As that's happening, we're going to cleanse the crystals quickly, so please repeat after me. I cleanse these crystals to renew their power, so they may bring peace and harmony and benefit humankind. I command that all unhelpful energies be taken to where they can be transmuted into pure divine light. So only the purest frequencies of love and light exist within these crystals for the highest good of all. And so it is. And so it shall be. Alrighty, so now just allowing yourself to dream your dream for a moment. So I'm calling in on your behalf and on all of our collective behalf, our own star family, our soul family, the ascended masters that flow through us, our guides and teachers of the purest vibrations of love and light, angels, archangels, and elementals, all the beneficial ETs that are supporting us to remember who we are and what we're here to do as a collective, as the family of light. And just as each of us is surrounded by our own sphere of compassion, I invite you to imagine that the whole collective, the Rosy Glow tribe, everybody who connects with these frequencies, the frequency of divine grace that allows us to let go easily of what no longer serves us, is also surrounded by a huge sphere of compassion. However big our tribe is, I see 1 million. Goodness knows that there's that many people already, but I'm seeing at least 1 million folk joining this Rosy Glow tribe and this frequency. And the effect that this can have on the collective as we tune in to being open to letting go of what no longer serves us with grace and with ease. Every time you create a space, nature abhors a vacuum. It gets filled. It can be filled again with something else. We have to shift our frequency to be filling it with something different. Otherwise, we get more of the same. So now, invite your guidance system to help you to feel into your new dream, your new adventure, your heart's truest and deepest desires. And really don't let your head get caught up with how these things are going to happen, but see yourself super healthy, super happy. See yourself living wherever it is you want to be living, like whatever your vision is. I always see this retreat center in front of the ocean. My huge celestite crystal is like the blueprint for this place. I don't know how else to describe it. The blueprint for my divinity, my divine human self. I see myself super healthy, super muscly, super in love with my beloved. And I don't know where it is yet. But it's in the allowing yourself to dream the dream. Serving, like what does it feel like to have an abundance of all you need? And one image at a time is enough. Maybe, we see a vision and it's what we need to co-create, to embody, to live before the next vision can be revealed. Just allow yourself to feel into what it feels like to have everything you need. To be being seen without any apology, without any need to hide any aspect of your being. So owning your inner bitch, whether you're identifying as one gender or another or non-binary, just own your inner bitch. And embrace your inner critic and your self-saboteur. Just let them all be there. They're welcome. But they're not who we're energizing. So we're energizing the next leg of your adventure. We're energizing the feeling states that will be the vibrational match to attract to you the physical manifestation of what you are radiating. So you have to be very clear about your frequency. Let's do this in stages. Create a sphere in front of your face that is a replica of the huge sphere of compassion that surrounds you. And if you're new to this work, you can imagine that as you look at the sphere of compassion, it is a holographic sphere. So any part of the sphere, as you look at it, is made of trillions of little spheres all spinning on their own axis. This holographic sphere is multidimensional, and it allows us to connect with the highest frequency vibrations that we can, at this point in time, transmit. We can embody, radiate, and transmit. And the sphere of compassion represents our reality bubble. So everything that is within your comprehension that currently exists or doesn't exist, as far as you're aware, is within your sphere of compassion. So everyone you know and you or acquaintance with, or everything that you've been exposed to through any of your senses is part of your sphere of compassion. So I'm inviting you now, to get that sense, that feeling of excitement, what it feels like to have moved beyond the place of struggle, of having to believe before you see, and actually starting to see what you believe, and the excitement of that, but also backing that up with this sense that it's endless, it's never ending. Just like we can say problems are never ending, we can say that abundance and prosperity is never ending. We're getting an abundance of whatever we focus on. So this idea that we've shifted paradigm and it's endless, is going to keep providing us with more and more of what we're focused on. So more and more clients, more and more money, more and more love, more and more health, more and more opportunities, whatever it is we want to express our creativity. Just allowing these ideas to percolate, knowing where in your body you get a tingle. For me, it's the crown of my head. Allowing your inner vision to expand, so your third eye to move beyond judgment into observation. And just moving an awareness into your throat and giving permission to speak your truth with love. Moving your awareness into your heart and making a commitment to be honest about how you feel with yourself. Moving into the solar plexus and making a commitment to truly believe in yourself and to activate the full awareness of how worthy you are and deserving you are of all that you want for yourself. And moving the awareness into the sacral chakra, owning our desires without any judgment as to what those desires are. And into the root chakra, just being very, very aware that all of our needs, our earthly needs, are met with abundance when we anchor into our earth chakra and we embody fully the light that is our soul light. So just trusting that life loves us and wants us to be happy, that the universe really does have our back. And then moving awareness around the planet, back up through the center of Mother Earth. So just for a moment, bring your love light to the center of Mother Earth. Imagine that this planetary heart and womb is within your own heart. You're sitting within the crystalline cave of Gaia's heart, ascending Gaia's heart. To me, it looks like one of those suspended chairs, like the bamboo chairs that you can swing in, but it's like a crystal cave. And it's also like a star seed, so a little seed of shimmering crystalline light. Feel all of this connection. So we've worked into the planet, into the earth chakra, but take this up to your soul chakra above the crown of your head. And know that this is where you can pull your soul light. I then talk about the stellar gateway, but there are lots of different interpretations of the 12 and 13 chakra system. I think for now it's just helpful to consider that the sun, which we could say is the stellar gateway, it's our local power source, our local sun. This can connect to our soul star and feed us all of the light codes, the love light codes we need to ascend into our ascending paradigm, so our divine design timeline. Beautiful. So now becoming aware of that sphere in front of your face and allowing all of the distortions that stand in the way of us embodying this full soul light that is our truth, radiating our soul shine without any apology. Just allowing the remnants of embarrassment and shame and blame and unworthiness and judgment and guilt and criticism and the unwillingness to see what is uncomfortable to see. Just put all of that into the sphere. Any and all ways that we deceive ourselves, knowingly or unknowingly, and we deceive others knowingly and unknowingly. So we're releasing completely from our cellular, molecular, atomic and subatomic memory, from the waves and particles of our quantum field and photon stream, in all dimensions of our being and all directions of time. And so it is, and so it shall be. So just allow this purge, it's like a huge puke into the sphere that's in front of you. So let the sphere in front of you start to spin and allow all of the energy centers we've just connected to clear their resistance out of you into that sphere. And you may see this as like, I'm seeing it as black slithering snakes just going out of me. And, you know, there's a lot of talk. I've been working a lot with my tribe recently about those who are part of the RISE community or doing my online coaching around implants, around devices like extraterrestrial devices and implants that sabotage our efforts to really anchor our soul light here on this planet. And whether you believe in it or not, it doesn't really matter. There's no harm in clearing it, is there? So whether it's the residual crap from all the ancestors that have lived before us who've had to carry burdens, or whether it's extraterrestrial influences, we're clearing it all. And deep respect and honor to our ancestors. Let's remember that our ancestors are also helping us, and to honor them, to support us, to clear out of us what they can see now they're out of their physical form, the legacy they left us, whether it's a legacy that is challenging or positive. Part of our soul's growth, I do believe, when we leave our bodies is to see the impact of our unconscious behavior on those that are our descendants and those we love, and to work with them to clear the trauma so it doesn't keep getting passed down. So notice where in your body you're feeling most the need to clear from. To me, it's felt like I've had some kind of weird cord attachments in my heart and my solar plexus. So really just give yourself permission to release from your being all that no longer serves you, all that is not aligned with grace. You're clearing from the earth chakra into the sphere, the root chakra into the sphere, the sacral chakra into the sphere, the solar plexus, the heart, the throat, third eye, crown, soul star, stellar gateway. We particularly want to clear the astral body as well. So whether you understand what that means, just invite your astral body to release any and all attachments that are not aligned with your highest good. For your emotional and mental bodies to do the same. And for the etheric body that surrounds your physical body to also purge any and all frequencies of distortion, anomalies that are preventing you from imprinting into your physical reality this full soul light activation, your higher self, your divine self, your super conscious will. So what are the true desires of our heart? Let us clear all resistance to seeing the true desires in our heart. And notice that release. Notice how dense the sphere in front of you looks. To me, it looks like quite a dense, big rock now, quite slowly spinning. Very opaque. Almost like plaque and tar. That's my one. You let me know how yours are. And we're going to bring in the frequencies to purify. So I'm inviting infinite love in first. And this is a pure, clear light that dissolves or transmutes density to allow other frequencies to come in. So I use soft flames, I use soft frequencies in the new moon meditations just to support everybody, remembering that with the full moon meditations, we use stronger flames for the deeper work. For now, let's keep this safe for everyone. So if you say after me, I am infinite love, I am infinite love, I am infinite love. Let that pure, clear light flow through you, around the planet, back up through the core of the planet, through your heart, into the sphere in front of you. And allow it to spin through all of that density, tickling it into transmutation. And as you tickle it into transmutation, you're just creating that space for something different to come in. So as the infinite love goes through and dissolves or transmutes, evolves, I should say, rather than dissolves, it evolves the density into light. It loves it up. We're now going to bring in the frequency of divine grace, the soft pink flame of divine grace. So allow the infinite love to keep working. It's almost, I'm seeing it kind of going through to the center of the sphere and sort of spinning, creating more and more light, more and more space within the sphere, going round and round and round until the outer edges are cleared. And it's a pure sphere of clear light. And then the soft pink flame of divine grace comes through as we say, I am divine grace, I am divine grace, I am divine grace. Sending this light down into your earth chakra around the planet, back up through the core of Mother Earth. So we feed ascending Earth's womb and heart with this light first. Move it up through our bodies into our own hearts and then into the sphere in front. Soft pink light. Beautiful. And the platinum flame wants to come through immediately. It wants to create a boundary around the sphere. So just say, I am the platinum flame. I am the platinum flame. I am the platinum flame. And this is the flame of the divine feminine, the divine mother, the cosmic womb, the feminine aspect of source flowing through us. Oh, it feels so good. Down around the planet, back up through Gaia's heart and womb, like give her a good cleanse. It's purifying, beautiful, lovely light, love light. And then up through to our own hearts and from the heart into the sphere in front of us. So platinum light's moving through, around this pink. The pink's kind of superseding the clear light. Just let it be whatever it needs to be for you. Feels like my mum is here. So my mum's in spirit. She died 10 years ago, or left her physical 10 years ago, but she helps me to bring souls earthside. So she is, sounds ridiculous, but she is. She's one of the guardians of the cosmic womb. So she's nursery nurse, I don't really know how to say it, but she keeps the souls that want to come entertained and kind of nurtured and nourished and loved and patient as they await for their parents' frequency, their parents to be frequency to align so they can come in. So she's my divine counterpart in spirit form, and we have a sacred union where we help these earth seeds, these star seeds to come to earth. She's here pouring light through my head. Thank you, Mummy. So if you look at your sphere, you've got pink in the middle, you've got what would be platinum around the edges. And We're going to embody this sphere first before we bring the emerald flame in. So the emerald flame really keeps our energy sovereign. So just before we do that, let's anchor these beautiful frequencies. So see in front of you all of the resistance to your most heartfelt desires, your new path, the path that isn't treading the old path of struggle, but is the thriving paradigm pathway for you, your divine design timeline. That's what we've purified all of the resistance to align with. So look into that sphere, however it's showing up for you, pink, platinum, clear light, all of the above. Know that there is no place for playing small where you're going. When you're ready, let's just anchor this before we step into it. So please repeat after me. Anchor, lock and seal. Recalibrate, align. Balance and harmonize. For graceful and gentle. Integration and expression. And manifestation in my physical reality and all dimensions of my being, in all directions of time, and continue until completion. So visualize a golden bridge from your heart into the sphere in front of you. And allow the sphere to expand around you. So it fills up the whole reality bubble, the sphere that has been surrounding you to this point. Just let the colours swell, let them move around. It might feel a little odd. Just allow these frequencies to integrate and harmonise. Definitely an energy shift. Okay, so we feed ourselves all of these frequencies of love light. So the clear light, the soft pink light, the platinum light. Just notice how your core line, the outline of your body, the outline of your light body, and the sphere of compassion shift. Like what goes where, what colours go where. There's no right or wrong. Very, very nice. So feeling what it feels like to be in a state of grace, of receiving what you most want, you most need. Feeling how easy it can be to have moved out of where you don't want to be to where you are. Allow any visions that are coming to you. So open your heart, your sacred womb. Remember, it doesn't matter your gender or non-gender. We all have a sacral chakra, the sacred womb. So what do you desire to experience? How is your superconscious communicating with you through these desires? Feel it in your sacral chakra, your heart, and your third eye. See what comes. Allow colour frequencies to come in that need to. And allow yourself now to receive the new moon frequencies. Just let yourself bathe in the new moon light. Allowing it to spiral around you, within you. Feel the connection to the earth chakra. There's a lot of high frequency energies coming through. So really anchor into your earth chakra and keep feeding the crystalline grid. Okay, so check in with your chakras, notice if they're feeling clear and filled up now with the frequencies that we've brought in. Purified by the new moonlight. Getting a sense of what success feels like, prosperity feels like, deep love and union feels like. Freedom from struggle. Thriving. What does thriving feel like? Boundless energy. Excitement for life. And also the sense that there is some order. That you're not overwhelmed all the time with too many things. This is where abundance can be tricky because we'll get an abundance of anything that we're focused on. So if you're focused on not having enough time or having too much work to do, never-ending to-do list, then that's what you keep recreating. I've been a master of that in the past. So being in an abundance of time to get things done in a timely divine order, feeling there's enough time to rest. Resting is the norm. And again, inviting all of your divine guidance system to flow through you. Giving yourself a minute or so just to feel any guidance that's coming in. So feel into it. Maybe it's words, maybe it's colours. And keep allowing the idea, I am embracing change. I am embracing change. I am allowing myself to let go of the familiar. I am willing to step out of my comfort zone into the unknown adventure that I am creating with my feelings. We'll start to see it soon, but we just feel it into the energy first. What does it feel like to be in the right place at the right time? Excellent work. All right, so we're going to pull in now the emerald green flame. So just saying 3 times, I am the emerald green flame. I am the emerald green flame. I am the emerald green flame, and allowing this frequency to come down through your core line into your earth chakra around the planet. This is the love light that makes us sovereign, okay? Impenetrable, invulnerable, invincible, invisible, anything that is seeking to disturb our intentions. And let it flow through around the planet, back up through you as it moves through your body. The outline of your physical body is strengthened, the outline of your light body, and then the outline of your sphere of compassion. And that's what I'm seeing really needs to be surrounded with this emerald green light. So it has a flow, it has a glow emanating outwards that is emerald green, and it just repels what wants to stay in darkness, what wants to stay in suffering, what wants to sabotage these intentions that we have. Bring in the excitement, bring in the bliss. Let the, underneath that emerald, there's the platinum frequency, the divine mother frequency, just sending out what is akin to a mirror, an outward facing mirror that just repels with the emerald green flame whatever is not aligned with your divine path, with your superconscious. It's a powerful new moon meditation here. So for the highest good of all, we're going to anchor this now. knowing you have aligned with higher frequencies that allow you to embrace this new adventure of yours, letting the old story go, giving thanks for it, compassion for all it's done for you. It served you to get you strong and clear about who you are now and what you want now. Bless it, let it go. Forgive and delete. And then when you're ready, please repeat after me. I command this process continues until completion. Anchor, anchor, anchor. Recalibrate, align. Balance and harmonize. For graceful and gentle integration and expression and manifestation in all dimensions of my being and all directions of time and in my physical reality. And so it is, and so it shall be. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Excellent work. So let's bring ourselves back. So really breathe in through your pelvic floor. Breathe all the way up through your body. Breathe that lovely fresh new moon energy in. And remember, at this stage, we can't see the new moon. We just have to trust it's there. It's been born. And it's been born, and we'll see it probably in a few days' time, in a week or so. You'll see that lovely slither, but it's already been born. So pull that energy in. Keep bringing yourself back. Keep bringing yourself to the point that you can have a lovely stretch and a yawn of your body. Ah, yummy, yummy. And as you come back, you can put your crystals down, rub your hands together. Make a connection with your body. So earth yourself. My naked truth, no makeup, hair all over the place. Oh, just embracing what is. Enjoy. And reminding you all that if you are interested in doing some deeper work with me, then please do follow the link that will be in the subject box below, which is an invitation to I'll answer that in a second, Hannah, to work with me. So a breakthrough call. So if you would like to follow the link, it will give you the opportunity to answer some questions and then to pay for a breakthrough call with me, which once you've had that call, you get to make a decision as to whether you want to put that money you've paid for into working with me on a coaching program, whether one-to-one or group, or whether that was enough for you to be working with for now until you're ready for the next breakthrough. And we're all at different stages. So this is how I work, because the results are there and you have to show up, you have to make a commitment, and you have to know that when you make that commitment, the universe provides back to you. There are so many people stuck in lack consciousness and they don't want to pay for things because basically they don't feel they have enough, right? I've been there, but all of my breakthroughs have come through paying through the odds, paying more than I thought I had to do something that I knew was really important to me. So you don't get big changes through making small commitments. Hello, welcome. So Hannah asked a question, where can I find the details of your deeper full moon meditations? Right, they are posted. If you join my Rosy Glow Facebook page, you will find, and also I think on Instagram, Rosy Glow Insta, every time I've got a next new moon meditation full moon meditation, the link to purchase comes up. So if you're wanting to go backwards and do one of the previous full moons, let me know and I can send you the replay link and the payment link for that. But essentially what we do is we publish about a week before, a few days before the full moon meditation, when exactly it's going to be, and also the link to purchase it. And I think it's £11. So it's a small investment, but it is about you being able to work with some different flames. And I have to really thank my teacher, Susanna Kennedy, that taught me how to work with these frequencies. I don't do hands-on stuff these days. I tend to work with the energetics because we're all our own healers, and we can really interfere with each other's process when we're as healers going in to try and do things that actually we can do for ourselves. Thanks for that, Cherie. It's £11. So Weird Side saying, I always fall asleep when I try to meditate. Is that normal? Yes, it is. That's the conscious mind having to switch off so that the subconscious can actually hear it without any resistance. And don't worry, the subconscious hears everything. So if that's what happens initially, just go with it. One thing you can do is try doing automatic writing while you're listening to a meditation. So if you're listening to one, just try scribbling while you're doing it. That will keep you awake. You can also, what else? Just trust that, set the intention to stay awake, and when you are ready to, you will. So I would probably leave that out. Yeah, that's probably too much ASMR while meditating. Well, it depends. I mean, try it and see what works for you. You can't really, everyone has their own way. For some of us, the distraction can actually keep us where we need to be. For others, it will just slow us down and drop us into a place where we switch off. So just see where you go. Hannah says, thank you. I'm on your Facebook page, probably overlook things. Thank you for this meditation. Right. One thing we're really trying to do is to make posts more visible with images and emojis. Hopefully you like that. I know I never read through texts easily, so something needs to catch my attention. Let me know what you want and need as well, because we've got the Co-Creation Success course starting in January. This is for anybody who spends a lot of time in their mental body and does not feel safe about doing any deeper spiritual work without trying to understand it first. So if you are that person, then the Co-Creation Success course is for you. And I think we're starting 6th of Jan, or we're starting quite early in January with that. So if you're interested in it, again, keep an eye out. Join the Rosy Glow community through www.rosyglow.com, spelled ROZYGLOW, and then you'll get emails about these things. So Co-Creation Success is currently retailed at £200. So that's, $230 US. We also have the festive first aid kit at the moment, just for those of you who find it very challenging to get through any festive period, but particularly Christmas. That's £150, reduced from £297 to £150, and it's full of tools that will support you through any group challenging scenario and relationships and dynamics and so forth. And as I said, next group of Fearless coaching is going to be starting mid-February, but I have about 6 or 7 people already interested, so I'm basically getting people to pay up to secure their place. If you know you would like to do it, now's the time to book a breakthrough call. Now's the time to register your interest so that we can see where you're at and get you there. And of course, Conceive with Ease is there for people that want to have babies. I really love to work with you for at least a year. Well, I'd like to work with you a year before you want to actually conceive. So starting that early, and a minimum, I mean, while we're doing the course, it's 3 or 4 months, depending on whether you're working as part of a group or one-to-one. And it takes that long. If you consider that the egg that you release this month was programmed to be released according to the environmental factors that you had around you 3 to 4 months ago, and sperm is I think 60 to 90 days, so 2 to 3 months sperm maturation. So if we want to shift our DNA to be in its healthiest state because of how we're perceiving our environment, then you want to be working with me for 3 months prior to looking at doing anything like IVF or anything external. Just come work with me first, do the deep inner work, whether you know you have gynecological issues or no medical reasons or not, they shift. I've seen egg reserves go up. I've seen endometriosis disappear. I've seen all sorts of things happen when you are willing to do the deep inner work and clear the wounds. And the beauty is I follow the path of grace and ease. So it is the most gentle way that you can do this deep inner work and welcome these souls that want to come. So whether you yourself want to clear your own trauma that you inherited from your time in the womb and birth, that's the Fearless, Empowered and Free to Be Me course, the first 7 years of life, or you want to conceive a baby and bring in a star seed and not pass on your unprocessed crap, that's the Conceive with Ease course. Co-Creation Success is for those who are in their mental bodies and want to move beyond that into accepting their divinity and being able to do this higher frequency work. And the Rise membership is for anybody who's done the deep group coaching work with me. So that's kind of what I'm offering at the moment. I send you loads of love. Thank you so much for joining me. And please do share this with anyone that you feel it will help. Just seeing if there's any last messages. Nope, that's it. Okay, so thank you. Lots and lots of love. Take care for now. Happy new moon. It's 11:11. Make a wish now. Let's do it all together. So may all beings in this universe be happy and at peace. May all beings in this universe know what it feels like to have their needs met, to be deeply and truly loved. May we all move out of the fear-based struggle paradigm into the thrive paradigm. May we know what it feels like to embody our higher selves, our superconscious, and to see through divine eyes, hear through divine ears, think through divine mind, feel through divine heart for the highest good of all. So it is and so it shall be. We are the co-creation collective. I am accepting my co-creative power. I am that I am, I am that I am, I am that I am. So any personal wishes, intentions you have, we are the co-creation collective. This is the guidance I've just been given. So what do we seek to co-create? Fulfillment, prosperity, vibrant health, joy, success, and unity consciousness. Breathe in. Oh. Thank you so much, lovely ones. Take care. Have a good one. See you. So yeah, if you want to take part in the full moon, remember to keep an eye on, if you join the website, if you're on the Facebook and the Instagram, then you can't go wrong. You will see these posts and we will make lots of posts so you definitely see it. Lots of love. Bye-bye.